So Gypsy Rose is doubling and tripling down on this whole I don't want to be famous nonsense. And it's truly a sight to see. Because if Gypsy Rose didn't want to be famous, all she has to do is shut up and go the F away. But that's not what she's doing. What she's doing right now is she's doing any interview that she can with anyone that will talk to her about how supposedly she doesn't want to be famous anymore. This is her latest grift. This is her latest shtick. This is her latest desperate attempt to get the media outlets to reach out to her, to talk to her once again, because if she didn't want to be famous, why would she go on a whole press tour doing the media rounds talking about not wanting to be famous? It's like, hey, I got an interview with Entertainment Tonight at 7 p.m. I'm going to talk to them about how I don't want to be famous. And then after that, I have a quick little interview with TMZ so I can tell them how I don't want to be famous. But hopefully we finish that interview in time so I can sit down and give some comments to the Daily Mail about how I don't want to be famous. And at this point, I feel like she is insulting our intelligence. And if you're buying this nonsense, then you have no hope at survival. I'll just put it like that. If you believe the BS that Gypsy is selling, then I don't know how you even dress yourself in the morning. Because Gypsy Rose wants nothing more than to be famous. She's always wanted to be famous. And ever since she got out of jail, she has not done a single thing to get her life in order. She has not done a single thing to remove herself farther from the public eye. Instead, she's been acting outrageously, doing questionable things on purpose because she knows that toxicity and drama is what will get her attention, views, fortune, and fame. You see, Gypsy is desperate to be famous. How can you look at what she's done since prison and think otherwise? The only problem is Gypsy is in a unique situation. You see, her clawing and grasping for fame, it really started to backfire on her. And Gypsy, she might not be all the way there, but she's not stupid. She knows how to manipulate people. And she's smart enough to know that the only value that she has is her victimhood status. So as she gets more TV deals, more book deals, you start seeing her on the Kardashians and these things and those things. People are going to start feeling less bad for her about her past. And once people no longer feel bad for her and what she went through as a child, she no longer becomes relevant. So what she has to do is she has to find victimhood elsewhere. And that's what she's doing now. Even though she's desperate for fortune and fame and will throw her little beady eyes in front of any camera that she can find, and she'll do an interview with anyone possible, selling people inside information and photos of herself, even though she'll do all that, she wants you to feel bad for her like it's your fault and it's everyone else's fault that she's famous and that she doesn't want this. Please leave me alone. And then you turn on the Kardashians. Wait, I thought, what? You don't want to be famous, but you're agreeing to go on the Kardashians? That's the last thing someone would do if they don't want fame. So like I said, she wants it. She just knows that the fame that she's getting right now is maybe not the type of fame that she wants. She's popular because everyone hates her, and it's popular to talk crap about her and all of the dumb stuff that she has said and done. But she wants, make no mistake about it, she wants people to view her as a victim of fortune and fame. I'm a victim of the TV cameras that I signed up for. But she's out here talking now like, I want to just move on and start working at McDonald's and stuff like that. And I'm like, what? Girl, please. She's sitting here talking about, I want to work at retail, Sephora, or McDonald's. Okay, so if you want to work at McDonald's, how about this? We cancel the book that you have coming out. We cancel that documentary that you're working on. And we cancel the 2 seasons of the reality show that you're also currently working on. Season 1's already done. How about we cancel all of that and you can go work at McDonald's if this is how you truly feel? But of course that's not how she feels. She wants to complain about being famous while signing her name on dotted lines to expose her life to the outside world on reality TV. But let's go ahead and dive into her comments. I think everything has been very hyped up, and I've had wonderful opportunities, but I don't see those lasting. And I think there comes a time where I have to make a choice, and that is, when do I say enough is enough? And I think that after so long of having my name in the spotlight, that time is coming really soon. Part of me is like, maybe I should just go work at McDonald's. I love those French fries, she says. I don't know. But I do like retail too. Maybe something at the mall like makeup or Sephora or something. Because I love makeup. When things calm down and I have no obligations, I do want to get a 9 to 5. But first I have to learn the things that get me there. I'm still working on driving. I need to get my driver's license, as I've said before. So to get a job, I need to know how to drive. Folks, just for one moment, close your eyes. Okay, everyone, close your eyes. Unless you're listening to me in the car, do not close your eyes if you're in the car. But if you're at home, if you're somewhere safe, close your eyes. Imagine maybe it's you and your significant other or your kids. You're pulling up to the McDonald's drive-thru. And usually you get like a rude person over the intercom, but today something's different. Today this is what you hear. Hey, welcome to McDonald's. How can I take your order? You give your order and then they say the order back. That will be 1 McDouble, 20-piece McNugget, a large fry, and a Grandma McFlurry. You pull up to the window, you know that childish, like cringy, forced, childish voice. You know you've heard it somewhere before. But then you think, maybe I just heard that on the Cinema Shogun channel. Then you pull up to the window and you see those crossed eyes glaring back at you, and it's Gypsy freaking Rose holding your McNuggets. Do you really trust any food that she gives you? Do you? After what she did to her mother, do you trust that woman around your drinks? But all jokes aside, this is where we're at. And the scary part about all of this is when you look at Gypsy Rose now, when she says this stuff, it's almost as if she believes her own nonsense. But it's so outrageous. It reminds me of the my privacy stuff on South Park with Meghan Markle and Harry. You know what I mean? It's the, oh, my privacy, please. I'm tired of being famous. I need to sit down and do 40 interviews with every tabloid and tell them about it right now. Let me tell you 2 quick things about myself. I always respect someone that can keep it real. Even when they're saying things that I might not like or agree with, if I know that in their soul, they're keeping it real and being real with themselves and how they feel, I respect it. So if Gypsy was a little more real about her current situation and what it is that she's actually aiming to do, I would respect it. But all of this trying to pretend like she doesn't want to be famous while she's desperately trying to become famous, I can't respect that. Another thing I cannot respect, another thing I absolutely despise, is people who constantly play victim. They're professional victims. Everything about you, we always have to hear about, oh, this happened to me and that happened to me. Here are these bad things I went through. Here's this disorder I have. Oh, I'm depressed about this today and all that. And it's just like, shut up. We all have problems. I agree that there's a time and a space where you need to talk about your problems and stuff like that. But people who constantly dwell on their victimhood 24/7 and make that them, that's their personality, that's their whole identity. Like, my whole identity is something that happened to me when I was a child. No, I don't respect that. Move on. I understand that you're going to live with certain traumas your entire life. All of us are. But if I sit down and have a conversation with you, I want to be able to have a nice, joyous conversation, laughing about whatever we're laughing about, without you having to bring everyone down with your victimhood nonsense, because at the end of the day, no one cares. Suck it up. Move on with life. Don't dwell on that. Don't dwell on the bad things. Don't dwell on the negative. Move forward. Dwell on the positive. But with all of that being said, let me know your thoughts about this down in the comments below. While you're down there, hit that thumbs up, hit that subscribe, ring that notification bell. And I'll talk to you all very soon in the next one.